Good morning everyone. My name is Akesh Gupta and I'm with Lightspeed Solutions. Today in this presentation I will share with you how to build ASCX controls and how easy it is to reuse these ASCX controls in RSP Designer. To begin with, let's look at a simple application where we have a list of departments and employees already generated using RSP Designer out of the standard AdventureWorks database. The task at hand is that we would like to display a list of vendors who have a credit rating of say 4 as an example, but rather than using a panel and then cloning that panel on every single section, we would like to build a reusable component, which basically means that the same component can be used at multiple places, but if we need to make an adjustment to that component, we only have to go to one place. So to begin with, we can basically go to a folder, controls, and just say we want to create a new control in ASCX. As we can say these are an ASCX control, we can say my vendor list.ascx, and I can bring in a regular panel which will be my table vendor, and since I'm only going to be displaying a report type of thing, I'm just going to select definitely every single thing, and I'm going to pick name and credit rating and remove every other field, and nothing to be searched or filtered, nothing to be totaled. So we basically just very quickly drag and dropped a table, more of a web report, because we don't want to do any kind of add, edit, delete from this section, and I can click on live preview if I would like to see if the results will appear, but not sure, since it's an ASCX control, whether the results will appear, but I would like to give it a chance to see what the system will display. Right now system is rebuilding the product on the back end and trying to come up with a display. Since it's an ASCX control, my background tells me probably it will not be displayed because ASCX controls require an ASPX page to be embedded in them to be displayed. So let's actually cut it out here, and let's move on to, say for example, we are displaying my show department table page. Now this was a show department table page, and going through the navigation panel on the table page I have a table control which was showing me all the departments. So let's say for example on the right side we would like to show this list of my vendors who have a credit rating of 4. Actually, as a matter of fact, first of all, we did not put that logic, so let me go back to the vendor list, right click on it, go to query, click on the where clause, and in where clause I can add a where clause where I can say from my vendor table credit rating should be equal to formula 4. So that basically was the where clause. Now when I'm going to go back to the department, I can basically drag and drop an ASCX control, but the way it has to be done here is, first of all, you should rebuild your application to make sure the ASCX controls are already built. Then when you go to the page where you want to drop an ASCX control, what you need to do is you need to bring a gen tag by the name ASCX component. So as you can see, I went to the gen tab, picked up include ASCX component, dragged and dropped it, and then the properties of that ASCX component are going to be where my component is. And in this case I will click on the ASCX file path, I will browse for it, and in my controls I had made my vendor list ASCX. So as you can see, I basically picked up my component, I went to the file path, directed it to go to the ASCX component that I built, and I'm just going to now build the whole solution. And once I go back to my department list to view the list of departments, on the right side it should show me the vendors which have a credit rating of 4 at this present time. You should note that I really made a separate ASCX control and then I have embedded it in a separate page. So let's do the same thing and go to, say, an add employee page. I'm just trying to fictitiously take some examples, so it may or may not be very relevant, but I can go to an add employee page and once again do the same thing at the top level, that I can bring my include ASCX component, allocate the file path, build the whole solution, and validate to make sure it's working. So on the add employee page on the right side, my same vendors are being shown who have a credit rating of 4. In this case, let's think that if we have to go back and change this particular control to only show me those vendors which have a credit rating of 5. So if or 3 for example, I can go in and I can go to that control and I can say I would like to go and change the where clause to be a credit rating of 3. Click OK. Now once I have rebuilt the ASCX control, since it's truly an embedded control on other pages, if you go back to the other pages and just do a refresh, it will automatically display the updated information from its controls. Let's make sure it works here. Sure enough, it does work here, and if I go to my department, it works there as well. So this was a pretty quick demonstration to share with you how easy it was to use RSP Designer to build reusable custom ASCX controls. And once you have the ASCX controls, you can embed them into other RSP Designer pages. So this way you are going to modularize the entire application. Hope you enjoyed it, and keep looking for other videos from myself as well as my fellow MVPs. Thanks a lot for watching.